Hello, Hitless Gaming here, bringing you a guide on something that I personally use almost every day. It's just a really simple trick that'll protect you when you like undock out of Jita or when you have hostiles outside your station. It's a simple, easy thing that you can learn how to do, and it's something that I feel more pilots should know about. So I want to make a little mini guide on it really quick. So we have a tool to do this. We have a Punisher. I've nicknamed it the bookmarker. It goes 8 kilometers a second and it's cap stable. And we're going to use this to kind of demonstrate this guide and how this little trick is going to be useful to you. What we're going to go over today is insta-docking and insta-warping. These are two things that you can do to protect yourself from suicide gankers, both when you're coming into a station that you frequent and when you're leaving a station that you frequent. So the first thing that we got to do is we have to assess that, hey, maybe there's a threat outside. Maybe there's something that we need to worry about. If you don't have an insta-dock, what will happen is when you do undock and whatever hostile forces outside, whether it be Triclavians, whether it be suicide gankers sitting outside on the gate, you're undocking a Garmer doing another team, you're in nullsec and your FC's like, hey, we're being camped on the gate. There's 100 different reasons that this would be useful. But first we're gonna look at what a insta-warp is, and it's a bookmark that is 150 or more kilometers off the station. That's why we have the bookmarker. When you undock, your ship kind of drifts straight with a 15-degree kind of cone that it goes out in. You can't really make it perfectly straight. If you have an insta-dock that's straight down, regardless of where that 15-degree cone is pointing, you'll warp almost instantaneously, faster than anything can lock you. So to make this, all you do is you undock in a ship that is fast, and you turn on the micro warp drive, and you go away. And then you fly off the station. That's it. So we're just going to undock, turn on our micro warp drive. This is an okay direction. Sometimes you get a really good one. We'll start moving away at a really rapid rate because of the way this undock works. And we're going to get away. What we're doing is we're trying to get at least 150 kilometers away from the station. If we can get further, that's better. So if we go, if I just got up away from the computer and left this for the next like 3 hours, it would make a really deep one that's off grid. And that would be like the best way to do it. But being now we're over 200 kilometers away, it's only taken us about a minute to do this. All you're going to do is you're going to hit Control B, and this will bring up your bookmark window, and you get to make a bookmark. We're going to call this insta-warp. And you notice I'm kind of stalling while I do this. We've gotten up to 300 kilometers away. This will make it so that we can get off the station really quickly. We just go ahead and check never and hit submit. And now we have an insta-dock. Or, sorry, an insta-warp. If we want to get off the station right away, we can just warp to this bookmark. I've also in this station made an insta-dock bookmark, and I'll show you how that works in a second because I have one on the sister station. So if I warp to this location within 0, it's within the docking ring of our of the station. So when I land on the station, even if there is something on that station ready to kill me, I'm going to be able to dock before anything happens. So I'm about to warp here with the micro warp drive. It took a little while. Still aligning for some reason to that. There we go. Go ahead and warp to this, and then right when I land on the station, for anybody wondering, when you warp to something or land on grid with something, you have a short invulnerability window, and that window is either 6 or 10 seconds. I can't remember exactly, but since we're in an insta-dock, if there was, say, a catalyst right here trying to kill me, or really anything trying to kill me, a tornado on the dock, he can't do it because all we have to do is click and dock, and since we're already within this docking ring, we dock right up. It's instant. As far as the server is concerned, we were never vulnerable. We never had a chance. So there's how the insta-dock works. You just use it. And then, of course, we're on a Triclavian invasion. I am in a friendly space with the Triclavians, or this character has a positive standings. So we're going to go warp to the other insta-dock again. We'll show how that works again. So we're going to go insta-dock, warp to 0. And what you can do further is if you have stuff in that station, you can set it as your destination. And then if you turn on autopilot at this point, you can lift your hands off the keyboard. And at this point, if I do nothing, because I'm landing on an insta-dock, and my autopilot is set, you only set after you warp, the ship will dock on its own, and the only way to kill this is to smart bomb it. And you have to have the smart bomb lined up perfectly to do this and know exactly where the insta-dock and know more than just a regular smart bomb. Anyways, that's it. I docked. You guys saw my hands the entire time. And there's literally no chance. And then we'll show you guys the insta-dock really quick. So say I was undocking, I didn't know it was outside, and suddenly there's a catalyst on undock, and this is a Garmer. We just right-click, location, insta-warp, warp 0, and our ship literally just warps. There's also an invulnerability timer when you undock, and that invulnerability timer lasts roughly 6 to 10 seconds as well, just like the docking timer. It's just so that if your computer lags a little bit, you're not going to just die because you didn't have a good connection. But we just go ahead and insta-dock, warp to 0. We end up back in that docking ring. So how to tell where the docking ring is, and then you can make even better insta-dock bookmarks. Making your own insta-docks and insta-locks is really important, because then you don't have it the same with somebody else. So if you wanted to make another insta-dock that wasn't right here on the undock, so somebody couldn't undock and bump you, you just kind of fly somewhere. And as long as you make sure that you're within this kind of light ring on the station, you can bookmark any location around the station as long as you're within this ring. And that will be an insta-dock where you're safe to dock. And then this also makes it so you dock quicker. You don't land just outside the ring, and you don't have to kind of drift in. So not only is it faster, it's safer, and it will protect you from getting ganked. This is extremely useful in JITA. It's something that I recommend every pilot that frequents JITA have on the JITA station. And you've got to make your own so that people don't already have a copy of it. And that's really all I got for you guys. Alright, so I just want to show the effectiveness of these insta-warps. So I have all 6 of these accounts in station are in battleships. I showed you the insta-warp with the frigate. And I just wanted to add this into the video really quick and show you guys how well these insta-warps work. So we're actually going to undock on all 6 of these accounts. And they're all in battleships, which are big and slow compared to these, as well as the fact that they're all hostile to Triglavians, and we have some Triglavians outside. I thought this would be a good example. So we're just going to undock everybody here. And as you can see, they're all undocked, and they're all just kind of drifting down. And then that bookmark that we just made, all these ships are going to kind of be floating in their own direction when we do finally get undocked here. And if we go ahead and go locations, insta-warp, warp wing within 0, all of these ships will also instantly warp as well. So they all made their warp, and we're all down here instantly in this ball, ready to go. A couple of them bounced a little bit, but that's okay. But you see, it was an insta-warp for the entire fleet. It doesn't matter if you kind of drift out. It's really simple, and it's a good way to get away. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. If you have any tips for other people making insta-docks and insta-warps, make sure to share those in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Fly fun and enjoy your time in EVE Online.